Unmasking the Truth. Dark side of London. Once a vibrant city has now a hub for international money laundering mules likes of Sudhir Sharma. Join one woman's crusade against money laundering, dirty money and fraudulent activities. This documentary will leave you as shocked as Nina Ritchie. Instead of supporting Nina Ritchie in holding wrongdoers accountable for international money laundering activities, the government seems to be endorsing individuals like Lord Ashcroft and Lord Rami Ranger, who are implicated in shielding such activities. Furthermore, rather than standing by Nina Ritchie, who has faced threats, one would expect law enforcement, government agencies and institutions and Freemasons to support her pursuit of justice. Unfortunately, the current situation appears to favour criminals over the victim of financial fraud. Corrupt seek to launder money through the UK property market, and in particular London. Disclaimer: the content of this documentary is based on true events that Nina Ritchie is facing. The investigation. Our investigation begins with Sudhir Sharma's unsettled debt owed to Nina Ritchie in a project she completed that lead to Lord Rami Ranger. Lord Ashcroft, CEO of Crime Stoppers donors for Conservative Party Royal Borough of Kensington, and Chelsea Council, local taxpayers' authorities, are also involved in covering up fraudulent activities. Instead, they supported Sudhir Sharma in attempted to murder Nina. Ritchie subjected her in inhuman way. Lord Rami Ranger, Lord Ashcroft criminals, Sudhir Sharma's fraudulent activities. This conduct gives rise to suspicion regarding their actions in silencing Nina Ritchie by blacklisting her, suppressing her narrative, breaking into her apartment, stealing crucial evidence from her apartment, installing spy cameras, hacking phone calls, and subjecting her to 24/7 surveillance. Treated Nina Ritchie as a terrorist. Freemasons members Lord Rami Ranger, Lord Ashcroft, CEO of Crime Stoppers, ex-detective Don Lahushin from Notting Hill Police Station, ex-Conservative Party councillor Alison Eve and her ex-police officer boyfriend are all involved in supporting criminal Sharma's illegal actions. How much did Sharma pay ex-detectives Don Lahushin and Abdullah Rabhai from the NHS to target Nina Ritchie and carry out a break-in at her apartment, hack into phones with the involvement of Mr. Douglas Goldring, the Director of Housing, RBKC Council, Fida Mahmood and Lena Maher? Quite suspicious that independent taxpayer public authorities engaged in supporting international money laundering activities. Transparency International UK recently reported that such questionable funds could be to the value of GBP 6.7 billion. Properties in the central London areas, like the City of Westminster and Kensington and Chelsea, form a huge part of this value. Revealing the mechanism involved, Independent UK said, it is held by companies in Britain's overseas territories and Crown dependencies. The secrecy provided by these offshore financial centres is often used by those seeking to hide their ownership of assets. Lord Rami Ranger and Lord Ashcroft, individuals of significant public standing, have financial accounts held at Coutts Bank and several international financial institutions. Sudhir Sharma's 11 bank accounts in India, 46 companies buying sailing properties that may warrant thorough examination. Sharma is the key to international money laundering and fraudulent activities. Ranger's financial dealings are suspected of being deeply intertwined with those of criminal Sudhir Sharma and the Freemason institutions. The Conservative Party, often viewed as a bastion of power and influence, faces scrutiny over supporting crime, money laundering, and the attempted murder of an innocent woman, catering to the wealthy while sidelining the less affluent and fostering an environment ripe for corruption. Revelations of corruption. Recent revelations expose a corrupt Lord Ranger within the Conservative Party, exploiting his power and position against innocent women, blocking Nina Ritchie's advancement, exploiting family legacies, and displaying blatant disrespect towards women, even calling them prostitutes. Such behavior demands a thorough investigation to uphold justice and community integrity. Furthermore, the shielding of Sudhir Sharma from investigations for attempted murder, money laundering, fake degrees, and rape points to deeper, more insidious corruption. Dirty money has no place in our economy or society. Freemasons are alleged to be facilitators of cash-for-favor schemes, enabling undeserved success if Freemasons are using their membership to influence legal proceedings or to blacklist innocent victims of financial fraud from receiving support. Several laws and ethical principles may be breached. Some potential legal and ethical concerns could include: 1. If Freemasons are using their influence within the legal system to improperly influence court cases or legal proceedings, they may be in breach of the offense of misconduct in public office. This offense involves a public official, including those involved in legal proceedings, acting in a way that constitutes a breach of the duties of that office. 2. If Freemasons are obstructing justice by preventing innocent victims of financial fraud from receiving support or influencing legal outcomes, they may be in breach of laws related to obstruction of justice. This includes actions that interfere with the administration of justice. 3. If Freemasons are blacklisting innocent victims based on their membership or lack of membership in the organization, they may be engaging in discriminatory practices. Discrimination based on factors such as membership in a particular organization is illegal in many jurisdictions. 4. Using membership in a fraternal organization like Freemasonry to unduly influence legal proceedings or harm innocent individuals would likely violate the ethical principles of fairness, justice, and integrity that are expected in legal and professional settings. Freemasons are not above the law. Like any other individual or organization, Freemasons are subject to the laws and regulations of the countries in which they operate. It is important to note that being a member of a fraternal organization like Freemasonry does not confer any special legal privileges or immunity from prosecution. If Freemasons or any individual or group are suspected of engaging in illegal activities, they are subject to investigation and prosecution under the law, just like any other citizen. No one is exempt from following the law, regardless of their affiliations or memberships. It is essential that law enforcement agencies and regulatory authorities